Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 Premium German Battleship, Tirpitz. It has 8 380mm guns, 8 torpedoes, 53 AA defense rating, a surface detect of 14.3 kilometers, top speed, 32 knots, total health, 69,300. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, improved acceleration, concealment. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, faster turret traverse, and superintendent. We're on the map Estuary, and in celebration of 0.5.8, plus they showed off the German battleship names for the first time officially, and that's pretty exciting. Now, some of the names have changed. I'm sure my German viewers know exactly which one is which, and I need to work on the pronunciation before I say it out loud in an audience, okay? Some of them are easy, some of them are not. But I will be excited to go over all the battleships when I have access to them. And that might be pretty soon, because based on the article they wrote that is live to the public, they have suggested the next patch will have the German battleships included in the German tech tree. So that's really exciting. Now, as far as this game is concerned, I'm headed out west with a team of not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 7 total ships, and it looks like 8 and 9. So, yes, it looks like my team wants to push the flank. I'm going to try and push it by doing damage to this enemy Colorado. Now, the Colorado should be 1-to-1. It's 8.3 seconds out. I lead at about 9. Should have drawn it in a little bit less than 9. Should have been like 8.5-ish tick marks, but we get 10,000 points of damage. And notice that the ribbons, yes, the ribbons are giving you all the detail. Penetration, non-penetration, over-penetration, ricochet, plus you got the damage counter. This is a vanilla version of the game as far as 0.5.8 is concerned. All you have to do is turn it on, settings, controls, and it's detailed, and damage counter. It's at the bottom with everything else. It's fantastic. I highly recommend that you turn it on. Really do. It will improve your play immensely. And we're going to see more examples. The Colorado was taken out rather quickly, right? He was broadside against my team. It was just too dangerous. I'm trying to avoid pulling a Notser. I used that acceleration module, and I think we're going to be good. She's a little big, so yep, we're scraping the side. Although, Germany, battleships are men, right, in Germany? My German viewers, I would really like to know, and then I can use the right identifier whenever I introduce the German battleships in the future. But as far as the present, there is presently an enemy destroyer, the Warships, and he's pulled a Notser. He is stuck on the side of the island, and I'm going to try and fire. He disappears as I fire. You see that one random shell? It didn't have the accuracy benefit, but we take him out. Have no idea. Oh, actually, we do know how much damage we did. We did 2,000 points of damage. That is interesting. In World of Tanks, it doesn't show you how much damage you've done if you don't visually see the damage done. That's probably because it's a third-party mod that is telling you how much damage you've done. In this game, it's hooked right into probably the damage counter that they use at the end of the match. So you have real-time data, and we get 10,000 against the Tirpitz, 4 penetrating, 1 over-penetrating. So the over-penetrating probably hit a part of the superstructure that was very thin. I had to do a quick check. Oh, there's a Sims. He's pretty low. Probably not going to be an issue. I would love to penetrate this Pensacola in the game. Get your mind out of the gutter. And we send out the shells, the AP shells, and we do 5k. We had 2 ricochets and 1 overpen. That's a significant damage drop-off, but the target was angled pretty effectively. It makes perfect sense in that encounter. Now, the enemy team isn't stupid. They are pushing the eastern flank, while we push the western flank. And I'm going to try and take advantage of this Cleveland. He has what looks like a broadside. However, he has plenty of time to reorient. And did you notice that? The Sims took a torpedo while hidden in the smoke, and he's dead now. There's only 1 enemy ship left, and it's an enemy cruiser all the way on the one line. And I could decide to move in. Oh, here comes some torpedoes from him. My German commander let me know there were torpedoes, and we're going to take one. Can we avoid the back one? So we take two. It causes a flood. Obviously, I'm going to use my damage control. Flooding is a huge deal for a battleship. And honestly, flooding is a huge deal for anyone. It's a lot of damage in a short amount of time. And I'm going to try and go after this enemy Atago. It is behind an island, so it can decide to go left, right, center. That would be a Notser. And I'm trying to predict where he's going. I'm obviously spotted. You can see the situation awareness over my head. A aircraft is providing the intel. Now, some of the patch changes to this particular ship, they changed not the plus or minus strength of the ship. I think they changed the way the shells leave the guns. Maybe it's to make it more uniform with the way German battleships will ultimately appear in game. I don't really know. I haven't really noticed a massive improvement, and I just want to take him out. No, we missed the Citadel. We do pretty good damage, though. Pretty good damage. Friendlies are able to finish him off. And yeah, we don't really need to push into the enemy base. We need to try and defend our base. That's my thought process. There's absolutely nobody except for what looks like a Amagi defending our base. That's not good at all. Even a full health Amagi is gonna fall to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemy ships. Yes, that's too dangerous. And the Cleveland took a huge damaging shot, probably from the friendly battleship. He's stationary. Why are you stationary? And he's actually going in reverse, so we lead in reverse, and we might be able to kill him. Either way, I'm going to use both my front and back guns just to make sure if this is not the kill shot, and it's not the kill shot. Friendly battleship takes him out. Enemy Tirpitz, enemy Alba, a lot of enemy ships that will show up eventually are incoming to our base. Yep, another enemy Tirpitz. And we got to deal with it one at a time. So the first target is the broadside battleship in front, and he's firing at me as well. It's so much easier to know exactly what ammo everyone is firing. It's very obvious, and I appreciate that. I know there are mods that can easily give you that information, but I like to play as vanilla as possible. Most of the people who come to my channel will have never played the game, or they play the game and they just don't have any interest in mods. And I think showing players that you can succeed without mods is important as well. All the cues I'm using are the exact same that are available to you. I went after that Cleveland in the background. We didn't get a Citadel, but we got 2 penetrating shells for about 5,000 points of damage. It's always a challenge to get that Cleveland Citadel, right? It's just so annoying. You feel like they make so many mistakes that other ships would crumble to, and they can just get by with taking lots of damage, but not that critical one-shot damage. The Warspite, he tried to fit his shells right in between that island, and you know what? That's a pretty good idea. I think I'm going to do the exact same thing. The Amagi is still fairly healthy, considering there are 4 enemy ships on the eastern flank in range to engage him, and this particular Tirpitz, he looks like he's headed north. Looks like he will be pretty flat, so I should be able to penetrate and do massive damage. We fit our shells in as well. Front guns slam into the island. The back guns get 8,000 off of the enemy battleship. Now he's at 12,000. He is one-shottable if we can reload in time, and we're obviously not the primary target, so I am focused 100% on supporting with damage. Now, I noticed something. I could continue on that battleship, but this Pensacola, this cruiser, he's headed north, and cruisers that show a broadside should be your #1 priority in a battleship. So I let it fly, we get good dispersion, and we take him out. Yes! 2 Citadels. Notice that the Citadel ribbon is black. That is one of the changes they made. They wanted all the ribbons to be a different color, at least stand out from each other. And I like that change. It also shows exactly where citadels are defined on the icon, much more clear because of the black background. So overall, just more information for the player to understand exactly what's going on. And we We watch the enemy Tirpitz die, so I go onto the Cleveland and I lead him in the direction that he was headed. We do 8,400 points of damage. We knock out one of his front guns, and I just have to wait on a reload. He's engaging me with one front gun. I'm sure that just feels so awful. But you know what? You're a tier 6 against a tier 8. This is how it's supposed to go. Now, we lead him sort of where he's going, right? We get good dispersion on the right gun. And we take him out. Another gun destroyed. He didn't have any guns in the front at the very last moment of his life. The German commander's certainly happy, and I think we're doing pretty good. And I notice, oh, another enemy destroyer. This one is not directly in contact with the island, but he is stationary, and he's engaging a friendly destroyer, and I would like to take him out. So I lead him in the direction he's ultimately going to turn. The shells fly true, and we take him out. Nice. That was pretty painless. The Mahan was taking most of the damage from the Boyskavitsa, and we didn't have to worry about torpedoes. At least I don't think. If he dropped torpedoes on me, he would be the biggest jerk ever. And good angling absorbs most of the enemy battleship's fire. Since he's in reverse, we lead in reverse. I'm looking for a waterline of sorts, and we get 10,000 points of damage. Not bad at all. Now, our team's been pretty successful. There's only one enemy ship left at their base, and I did a quick check. He's pretty unhealthy. Yeah, he's pretty unhealthy. He should die to that cruiser. I'm able to absorb more damage from the enemy Tirpitz. All I'm trying to do is do consistent damage without risking my ship. I'm going to use my front guns. Another 10,000 points of damage. I did want to try and use my back guns against the Alba, but he's just too far forward for the guns to traverse without me changing the angle of my ship. Now, the enemy battleship, he gets the idea. You know what? Showing a broadside to a battleship's probably a bad idea. But he's so unhealthy, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to use both my front and my back for the kill shot. And we don't even need the back guns. We earned Kraken Unleashed. He might have dropped torpedoes. Remember, the Tirpitz does have torpedoes. The German battleship line will not have torpedoes. It's only on this premium German battleship. It's sort of a unique trait. So you got to be careful anytime you're this close. But if we take this Alba out, and I wanted to wait until I was past the carcass of that battleship. When we take this Alba out, then the game will be awesome. What? 4 overpin? Overpin? Wow. And remember, the Alba has torpedoes as well. So you can't just fall asleep at the wheel. You've got to be paying attention. It doesn't look like he's in a position to send torpedoes, but you never know. The Alba is down to 6,300. We send it out, and much better placement. Center mass. We earn the Citadel and Confederate. We take out the target. It's our 6th kill of the match. The battleship performed very well, I would say. We earned Kraken Unleashed, Confederate, 6 kills, over 113,000 points of damage, and over 1,600,000 credits earned. That's because we accomplished one of the missions. 2,127 base XP. Top on both teams. Pretty well done. All of our damage came from AP, not surprising. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing this German battleship on the day the patch came out. I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.